it's Keza, also known as Skylar Loves Scary Movies. I am back again with another video. Take 2 of the long-awaited review on Imprint. Just a little things before I go ahead with the review. One, there are going to be spoilers in this, so that's the only way I can tell you about Imprint. And 2, the camera angles like a weird way. It's only because I'm charging the phone. So let's get ahead and do this review. Basically, I will start off by saying sorry. Right. Basically, Imprint is directed by Takeshi mikke. That's why I love his films. So I may actually rewatch this. So yeah. Basically, it's about Japanese girls in kimonos as prostitutes, and then one girl is frightened to sell herself because as I continue on to tell you this, you will understand why. There's a small guy that has half a nose, and he's a dwarf pimp, which I thought that was just a little bit different and quite unique of Takeshi mikke style. And then I put, whoever was the costume designer for this film is amazing because I love kimonos. So anyway, Billy Drago, who's in this, his character plays a great part as a man upset to find out that the woman he loves, she hung herself 6 months before he came back. That's the big spoiler. Basically, the Japanese prostitute thinks she's ugly lady. It's like another character in the film. That nobody wants her, but despite her flaws, she does look fabulous. I like the way the lady escort is telling the story about her life so far, because it actually is about her life, but somebody else gets hanged, which is kind of sad. Basically, her father used to vomit blood and used to pass out in the river. Her mum was upset as a child. Her mum was upset as basically the child got brought and sold up as an escort, which she felt sad about. The child only had who grew up. She had one friend called Kamano, this is the girl who ended up hanging herself 6 months before an American boyfriend came back to save her. Kamano was accused of stealing another lady's ring. And because with Kamano she got accused, this is what happened to her. Kamano had then had hot pokes pressed against her armpits and was hung by her arms and legs, and then had a needle put through her finger and nails, which Takeshi mikke style, he loves a bit of blood and guts, so that's his forte. Then a needle got inserted into her gums, which was a bit disturbing, so her mouth ended up looking like this. And then I had needles there, and then it was crazy. Then, while hanging upside down, she was made to urinate on herself. Her American love was called Christopher, and the other lady found her hanging herself, which is Kamano. Kamano basically found her hanging herself. The escort is asking him what really happened to the girl. No, Christopher was asking her, that's what actually happened, what really happened. So the girl told him that she gave her water, and then basically she had to strangle her to let go of the pain. Then the man said that that Kamano killed her for a trinket, but then she was explaining to him that she's in heaven and not hell. Kamana then implanted the needles into the lady's body, the one that got killed. Now the spirit is asking the lady to tell the truth. Basically then continues the story. Then tells the story that she began to tell. It was a little bit of a porky, so she then decides to tell the real story, which is like it goes present, past, present, and then now it's going back to the past. Then tells the real story of her parents, in which her mum got beaten up by her father real bad, which got the girl's mum pregnant and had the girl that was hanging upside down. Dropped the baby into the river to be left to die, but 2 days later was still alive. As long as the girl remembers, she was helping her mum with all the work. The girl was made to dump the dead fetuses in the river and was made to, as a child, to watch her father beat her mum. Basically what happened here was, while she was a child, her mum and dad were always, like, her father was always beating the mother up, getting her pregnant, and then after the babies were born, ordered the child to take the dead fetuses and put them in the river. The girl was frightened, and then when the girl started to get a little bit older, she was then abused by her father, and then the priest, as the girl always thought about a private area was a gateway to hell, because she always thought every time she was abused, bad thing, it was going to get worse for her. That's hell. She didn't like anybody going near hell. The girl couldn't take it no more, and then when she got older, she bludgeoned her father to death. The girl continues the story, and then all of a sudden a hand comes out of her skull, and basically her mum and dad were actually a brother and sister, and this is the twist to it. The mum and dad was actually the brother and sister, and the little girl was cursed from the moment she was born. The hand out of the girl's skull was actually her sister telling her to go and do evil things, basically, right? There's the hand, comes out the skull, right, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, if you don't do it, something's going to happen to you. The hand wanted shiny things, yet the hand was the one that was stealing all the trinkets and jewellery and that, while the girl wanted to be free out of her freakiness, but it's difficult. Christopher shoots the girl, but realises they can't be killed. A little bit of brain splatter decided to come out after Christopher shot the girl. Christopher ends up being in prison for murdering what looked like Kamano, so he ended up going to jail for it. And then Kamano looks in the bowl and finds a blood filled with guts and fetuses and cradles it like a bucket. So it was like this motion. Kamano is in the background right at the end while Christopher is in jail. The girl right at the end, after the credits, ends up melting the ring. So after everything had happened, the ring got melted. So my thoughts on Imprint, it was a great twist to a great film. Of course, when you've got something directed by Takeshi and Mikke, there's always a twist to it. So I really did enjoy it, and I'm going to probably re-watch it again to get me mind wrapped around it, because it is disturbing in parts, but you can enjoy the movie. So I give Imprint a 4 out of 5. In other terms, it gets a 9 out of 10 from me. So I hope you did like this in-depth review of Imprint, and it had high spoilers in it. So I'm going to go off now and get this uploaded and see what else I can think of for another video. Probably another vlog or something like that. So, yep. Stay gory and have unpleasant dreams. Ta-ta for now. Bye.